The Nigerian dance artist and model Anita Korra Obidi, but popularly known as Korra Obidi, flaunts her new car on her social media platform and clearly dedicating it to her two kids, Athena and June. Korra's marital issues has been on the internet. That was after her husband publicly insulted her, humiliated her, and make her less of a woman. We all can agree that Korra's husband started all of this because he wasn't matured enough to keep his marital crisis private. Instead, he had to bring it and humiliate his wife, his ex-wife rather. And we all know Korra Obidi has been turning deaf ears to it. Even when she goes live on her Instagram page, she gets random questions like, what made you leave your husband? What did you do to your husband? Why are you cheating on your husband? That was after the husband said all manner of things against her, tarnishing her image. I think Korra has always wanted to speak up initially, but she doesn't find the courage to. She doesn't have a leaning hand or a leaning shoulder to explain things to the public. And basically, we can see and understand that her source of strength and motivation comes from her family members, as her sister Nancy Ume flew all the way from Lagos, Nigeria to LA just to motivate her and make her understand that she's still loved and she needs to explain to people what's really going on, because keeping mute will not solve the problem and it will not stop accusing fingers from pointing at her. So my YouTube family, before I go on with this, I welcome you to Gist Central. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell to get notified on our next video. Now back to the storyline. Korra finally spoke up and clearly she explained everything that has been going on in her marriage, ranging from how the husband abused her and yanked her and all of that. Recently, she bought herself a new car and she tagged it "Small Girl, Big God," celebrating her sister who has been aiding her, who has been giving her the courage. She also stated that her biggest thanks and support goes to Nancy Ume, that is her big sister, for being a source of support to her through this trying time. Korra is really a strong woman. People used to misquote her for her kind of dressing, the way she dressed, the way she exposes her body and all of that, but that does not really define this woman. And clearly, as we can see on her Instagram, her verified Instagram page, I think she's back to herself, because she also made a post talking about her sister and how her sister made her realize who she really was, that she was not supposed to be the depressed Korra, she's not supposed to be the crying Korra, she's not supposed to be the pathetic Korra. Instead, she should be an example to those women who are also facing the same thing in their marriage. Not keeping quiet just for the marriage to last, just to put on smiling photos and videos on social media, but you're facing worse at home. Korra so much celebrated her sister that she also made the caption that what would she have done without her sister Nancy Ume. Recall all this saga even when Dr. Justine's side chick surfaced, claiming that Nancy Ume, being Korra's elder sister, had framed her to, or should I even use the word threatened, had threatened her to say all manner of things against Dr. Justine, which are clear lies, because Nancy Ume, being Korra's elder sister, stated that she would have sued this young lady, but she's just 19 years old and doesn't want to drag her into their mess. It was clearly seen that Dr. Justine was at work here, as his side chick was trying to defend him. You know, most of us have always looked at this Dr. Justine as a very high-profile man, somebody that would not even if he was having issue with his dear wife Korra Obidi, he was not literally supposed to spill things he said on the internet, knowing it will tarnish her reputation. But as God could have it, Korra Obidi is back at her feet. She is standing strong as she celebrates her new whip she got for herself. She tagged and also thanked her two daughters for their silent prayers, even if they are just kids. And of course to her dad, who made sure she received all the love and support she could get from family. You know what got people most in all of this issue was that Korra Obidi has been in an abusive marriage ever since, but she never got the courage to even speak up. And funny enough, her elder sister, Nancy Ume, was the one urging her to endure because there is no perfect marriage. But seriously, she apologized, and she's also the reason why Korra was able to speak up. Maybe it was getting out of hand. That's how people die in their marriages. That's how somebody killed his wife or thereabout. And as well as some comments and the way some fans take things can really make the victim like to commit suicide. And in Korra's case, she had so many hate comments that she couldn't even endure. It was seen that she was in tears, she was depressed, she couldn't dance. The Korra we used to know that flaunts herself on social media, dancing, twerking, the happy Korra we knew disappeared into a silent one. She became one who is always she turned out to be a sadist. Korra wasn't herself. Korra was depressed. Korra felt her world came crashing down. Aside all of this mess, no matter the marital crisis one is going on, at least putting your kids out of it shows your level of maturity and shows that you're having them in heart, you're protecting their interests. For Dr. Justin to steal from his kids, that was the height of it. This is not even a rumor because even when Nancy Ume talked about it, what he did shocked everybody. He returned the money and there were proof and screenshots about it, showing fully well that he actually stole from his children. Maybe there are more to it, and the fact that he did not even hide his side chick from his family, that one baffles me the most because you have children. When they grow up, what would be heard about their father? What scandal, what kind of thing will be heard about their father? Korra indeed is a very strong woman because even if I know within myself that even if Korra Obidi's sister did not even aid her, I know Korra was still going to come around because problems like this come and of course they vanish, although there are different ways and methods people handle their marital issues. Wow. Korra's comeback is really something else because she's really ready to pepper her husband. Can you imagine? Let's just say, after a week of divorce, after a week of dragging her, of assaulting and humiliating her on social media, she got herself a new whip. That's really something to talk about because I know very well that wherever her ex-husband, Dr. Justin, is, he's definitely seen her comeback and progress. Nobody prays for divorce because this marriage thing is for better for better. I don't want to say for better for worse. But if it looks like it's not working out, you have to give yourself space to avoid story that touches the heart. Korra is indeed a strong woman because I'm really, really glad. If it's most people, they will lay low and then wait for maybe after a year, they will get themselves a car. She's really, really prepared to pepper her ex-husband, and her comeback was quite quick. She did not even relent as she's serving it hot on her verified Instagram page account. And of course, there are so many people that doesn't like her comeback, while there are people who like it. So everyone is definitely entitled to their own opinion. On a related news, recall Dr. Justin doubting the fact that their new child wasn't his, deliberately accusing Korra Obidi of cheating. Now the reverse is now the case because he flaunts this child even on his own Instagram page. Now he's now looking as if he's looking for stories to make up. And if he know he is not strong enough for this kind of fight, he wouldn't have even think of bringing it out in public, saying it in his social media platforms. Because anything one cannot handle private definitely becomes public and everyone's opinion will be heard. Back to Korra. Please do well to drop your congratulatory message or comment to her. Because indeed, Korra Obidi is a clear definition of a strong woman. All the best to her. And of course, congrats on her new whip. So my YouTube family, that is the latest update on Korra And of course, this is Gist Central, bringing you celebrity talks and shows. I remain your favorite girl, Ella OKC. You can give this video a share, you can give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to drop your input in the comment section. And I believe you've subscribed so you can be the very first person to watch our next video. Stay tuned and God bless you.